26-27 Premier League predictions. And in 20th place, we're going to have, I don't know if many people are going to be saying, a lot of people saying Hull, but I think 20th in the Premier League has to be Fulham. Purely because they just don't have any good players there anymore. They're not that great anymore. They're just there, or they might just survive. I think they could go down in rock bottom. Then in 19th place, I reckon we see Ipswich. There's nothing really special about them at all. They're just there, existing. Nothing too exciting about them. And I reckon Sunderland go down in 18th. They got European football. Yes, I know they got a pretty decent squad, but they got European football, which I really think is going to push them down a lot in the table and maybe even lead to their relegation in the Premier League. And I see, oh, dude, do I really see Coventry surviving? Not really. You know what? 20th Coventry, 19th, 18th, 17th Fulham, and then 16th, I reckon we have Hull. I reckon Hull survives with Ola McBurney, bro. I reckon Ola McBurney's going to cook and next survive in the Premier League. And then 15th, I kind of see a Nottingham. They're not bad, they're not great, they're just kind of existing. I reckon in 14th, we have Leeds. I think that's kind of fair. No one's really saying, nah, that's not right. And then I reckon in 13th, we have Brighton. Alright, that it kind of finished around the mid-table, maybe get Europe, somewhere around there. Alright, so we will place Palace just above them, 12th. Then we will place, I reckon Tottenham do go top 10. You know what? Liverpool 11th. You know, they weren't that great last season. Yeah, they sort of pulled back in the later half. But they weren't too good. So, I reckon they could have finished 11th. And then the 10th, it has to be Brentford. I think that seems fair. Was this middle? I don't know what middle is, bro. I don't know what middle is. I'm putting 10th up here. I don't know. Don't ask me. And then 9th, I reckon it's Spurs. Newcastle 8th. Everton 7th. Yeah. Bournemouth in 6th. I reckon it's a bit of a shock there, but I reckon Bournemouth are going to do pretty well. And then in 5th, we have dun 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 Chelsea. They're kind of good. They're decent. Chelsea are a decent team. They're pretty decent. They got João Pedro, who's pretty decent. Cole Palmer's kind of fallen off a bit. Top 4, start 4th. We have Man City. Then in 3rd, we have dun 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 dun. We have Arsenal. I reckon Arsenal do fall off a bit. And then in 2nd, we have Villa. With Man United winning the Premier League. I reckon this is what's going to happen, man. Man United are going to win the Premier League. They got some really solid players there. So they play their cards right. I reckon Premier League's on their hands. So yeah, that's my 26-27 Premier League prediction.